So if you got a problem with my boyfriend, you got a problem with me. And then Son of Havoc nods his head with his arms crossed, so we know he's totally badass with his girlfriend fighting his battles for him. Hey, folks, I'm Serious JT.
I'm Bobo the Vulture.
And yeah, so NXT Lucha Underground, it's hard to decide. Good in different ways, but not what we're talking about right now. Well,
it was what we were talking about right then. But,
what we're talking about is you murdered a rare animal. It was a mistake, but it still happened. And that puts you ahead of me on the evil scale because we were briefly caught up when I accidentally killed someone on Mother Base.
That's true.
But now you're back to being the evil one.
I'm back to being evil-ish.
And I'm Son of Havoc, so obviously you're wearing the same layer. But now we're heading up the mountain towards, oh, and you marked something with a B, but I think that was a rough diamond you picked up. Oh, no! There's one...
There is a diamond that's on top of a hill here.
How much you care about finding it is up to you. But, that's fun. I believe there might be one or two more guards in this jungle. But the thing is, if you don't rush ahead too fast, the intel team usually will at least tell you there are enemies before you get close enough to get spotted.
If I head into the jungle. Don't rush. Oh, you know what I should do though? Definitely stop having my capture cage equipped.
Right.
There's a cliff blocking the way to the objective area. You'll have to take the path.
There's a cliff blocking the way to the objective area. You'll have to take the subject.
There's a cliff, Huxtable, blocking the way to the objective area. So, you know, be careful. He might rape you and then sue you when you accuse him of rape. The Triple H dummy. I don't know, it seems big. Yeah, whatever. Scratch his metal. Oh, this is some kind of like quasi-news thing. It's not. Into what? Don't forget to take out the dummy. You could learn a lot from a dummy.
Don't wake dummy.
Buckle your safety belt.
Crawl underneath this, Finn Balor style.
We have to make sure that when we get to the points, the appropriate points in the music, even though you're crawling, you will arch your back and lift your arms back. Yeah. It looks like you'd have to backtrack significantly, but there might. Well, maybe if you cut hard left.
I'm thinking. Do we end up going back this way?
I don't.
Yeah, it doesn't look
so.
like it. Oh well.
You could. Yeah, it's I wouldn't worry about it too much. You might be able to come back and get it in off-screen. No, not off-screen, but I mean. Like that area, I think it's accessible at those points. But I'm pretty sure it's accessible now if you really go hunting for it. But no, going through this cave.
Is there one of these like side op? I don't know. There's not a side op objective to capture all diamonds, is there?
I don't know.
Yeah, well,
if there is, maybe that'll be one of those things that I like. You know, we still don't know what. But I could try to do some stuff off screen to catch us up.
Nothing going on here.
But unless you're looking for 100% completion of the game, the side ops aren't as big as getting all of these skills and stuff. Like, you know, you didn't rescue such and such prisoner, and he's the only guy in the game who can teach you Metatronics specials.
In that tunnel could come down any minute.
So hang around.
Watch your step.
I think you're done fighting enemies until we get to the end of a lot of the checkpoint. But yeah, I mean, take your time, creep around, be worried you'll be spotted at any moment, because that's kind of the tension that they're trying to build here.
You've reached the objective area. Now look for the target. I just hope he's alive.
Target right here. So you should have a map of this area, which you can check. And would seem to suggest that he's in that big building on the end. But there's not really a whole lot of info, is there?
Oh, the Animaniacs are up here.
Or gold dust. Which
Yeah.
is, that's not even a reference. That's something
You have arrived
Bobo and
at
I.
your destination.
Never mind. It's one thing to reference something that's kind of obscure but is part of shared culture. It's another thing to be like, what do you mean you weren't in the room when Bobo and I discussed this 13, 14 years ago?
Sadly, I think it's probably longer than that.
Yeah, probably is.
I mean, Gold Dust was probably like early, well,
Yeah,
no,
we didn't know where that
mid-90s maybe. Yeah.
Back when Goldust first debuted, he cut this promo with him superimposed on a Hollywood backlot image. And it was one of the first promos I saw of him, so it was the first time we actually found out he was going to be this guy wearing gold bodysuit and gold paint, talking in a really strange voice. And it was creepy as hell, and there was this Warner Brothers water tower in the background. So we're like, oh no, he's going to feud with the Tiny Toons.
No, I think it was I think it was actually just literally
Just
a
a water
billboard for Tiny Toons.
Oh!
Because this was back when Tiny Toons was still on the air.
Yeah, now we're old folks.
Tiny Toons Adventures.
Good show.
Yeah,
But
good show.
no, good show. Remembering that, and also it was a good show.
Good show.
But yeah, no, that's right. He was talking about how he was going to wipe out the dark cloud that was hovering over the World Wrestling Federation. And we're like, oh no, the Tiny Toons. He thinks they're a threat to the World
I
Wrestling
think they're a
Federation.
grim specter.
Yeah, Goldust was weird.
Oh boy, there's not gonna be more bodies in here, are there?
In the water? No. No,
Yeah,
I
cool.
don't think you got to worry about seeing more weird, twisted bodies as we head for the Devil's House.
Yeah, that's good. I'm not a big fan of the...
Yeah, no, I don't think that on your way to the Devil's House you're going to see a lot of, like, weird, twisted bodies.
Doesn't seem to be a lot going on outside the Devil's House here.
Devil's House is pretty sparse outside. You'll have to see what goes on inside the Devil's House.
Inside the Devil's House.
Sounds pretty good.
Alright. Oh, here's the doorway of the Devil's
Yeah,
House.
it's for the hell of it, I'll tell you.
It's propped open.
The only loots I found in the whole place when I searched, not super careful,
Or
but
those fuel resources.
yeah, the ones you found is all I found. But it's sure nice and atmospheric. I mean, when you play, you get a big empty area in Metal Gear, it almost always makes you really uneasy.
Yeah, what's all this smeared against the door?
Well, I said you wouldn't find twisted bodies on your way to the Devil House. Once you get into the Devil House, there might start being some weird stuff going on. I mean, it's the Devil House, you know.
Yeah. Less than a fan.
I don't know, I think it's pretty neat. Well, it sounded pretty neat. Much like the Devil's Desert. Sounds pretty neat when you get there.
I actually find myself craning my neck up, wanting to look like, no, I could just look, see if there's anything weird in the ceiling.
I usually find myself craning around a corner to see if there's an enemy. Like, it's real.
Hey, did you see that?
What?
Could have sworn that bag just jumped a little bit. I should have gone, oh!
Come on,
and
yeah,
had the camera on.
Don't turn into a fucking scare cam let's player, Bobo.
No, I swear, it did look a little bit.
I mean, your
like
views
one of
will like go much higher, but I don't know, still, it ain't worth selling your soul.
I did think I saw one of them move, like, not I don't know if it was intentional, or if it was a, yeah, like, I knocked against
I'd like to
something,
take
but-
this brief moment to remind you guys that the reason we're here is because those child slave laborers we rescued told us that their best friend had been taken here.
Yeah.
So, you know, if you guys are like too comfortable and cozy with where this is all going. By the way, when we were estimating how many more videos of this there was, I guess I didn't realize how close we were to this part, so. Should make steady progress here as you poke around through
You know what?
terrifying twisted freak land. See, there you go, diseased weirdo bodies. But not on your way to the Devil's House.
No, just inside the Devil's House.
And you're covered in
Oh,
blood,
speaking
but
of,
not, yeah, this
we're
makes it
covered in-
look like you did
The
this.
Devil's House. Well, we're covered in blood, and we.
My name is Kane.
What are you doing,
Could have
man?
got a little gentler with that.
Oh, what? He's got earbuds.
This game's kind of weird.
What has Hideo Kojima got with
Is it Sony? No, no, he
putting...
doesn't put the precious Sony name on it when it's being used for this purpose.
What has he got with inserting headphone pieces into people's bodies? I mean, you had... and yes,
Yeah.
just blowing it. But no, like, they had... Chico had apparently a 3.5mm socket in his chest.
Yeah, Chico was in a bad place when he died, I think.
Base.
But I'm starting to think Chico had it better off than this guy. This kid. I don't even know if you're allowed to pull a gun, but I'm thinking like various fiction.
Wait, can I...
No sign of any guards. It's never good when things are too quiet. Be careful.
Where are the others? Oh.
Yeah, no, there's various. I don't know which one I feel like referencing, but there are various fictional and real life occasions to reference people being put down out of their misery. This kind of feels like I don't know what's happening with these guys. Maybe they're perfectly capable of recovering.
Boss, here's your body.
Is he a nice kid? Did you meet him? And sanitary conditions around here. Well, there's no sanitary conditions. This is just unsanitary. They're listening to, you told me there's and I gotta get with you about that, an application to rip like a sound file of a YouTube video so you can listen to it without the videos while like walking around and stuff. I think they're listening to like my RTK Let's Plays. They're really long.
That's the way they get them, yeah.
So, you know, just have them inserted directly into your throat.
Why the throat?
I don't, well, yeah, that was a question I asked.
Now loading.
More horror.
Survival horror. Fun fact, this engine was, the Fox engine was being designed around potentially being used for another Silent Hill game.
The Dairy Queen logo there. Suddenly I kind of wish we'd waited a few videos before we changed it to Dairy Queen.
Oh man, we gotta treat this kid right.
Alright kid, look, I know this isn't going to make everything better, but I did bring you a cappuccino Heath Blizzard.
Sounds good.
It's like, I can't have my coffee flavored ice cream. Your boys! Your boy, Joey Zanda. That might be a good idea, Snake. Oh, there's a friendly face.
Speaking of people that maybe you should just kill, I mean...
I like the idea that he comes in here is horrified by what he sees and joins up with the boss to put a stop to the real villains of this game. But I don't think that's where we're going. He can't be that surprised to hear the nearby other
people
patients.
start screaming, kill me.
Oh, I usually prefer the element of surprise. I'll kill you.
Burn with the rest of them.
And you, my old friend! Come on, Boba, why aren't you winning this fight? You're not putting in the right button commands, or...
I am, like, now all of a sudden poised. Like, is there going to be...
at what moment will you suddenly be given a control back? Yeah, at this point, even if you're not being strangled,
and honestly,
you'll be getting third-degree burn.
What point am I going to have to do real-time button inputs to make the cinematic progress in a positive light?
It's not one of those games, and it's not like there weren't previous Metal Gear games that worked that way. So I'm not saying you shouldn't be thinking of that. Well, I guess our mission failed. At this point, I would be really Yeah, I think Master Miller's got a point. I think it would actually be pretty badass if this floating around gas mask kid has nothing to do with Psycho Mantis. Like, no, this world is filled with gas mask weirdos. Come look at you, Solid. I mean, Punish.
Nope, get. I believe run for it was the idea here.
Well, you're not shooting.
Where? And how?
You have to immobilize the man on fire in order to escape.
Well, shit, I don't have the, oh, fuck.
It is apparently possible. Are you thinking of the water pistol?
Yeah.
It is apparently possible to use the water pistol to accomplish the objective, but it is not the normal way that you would do it. It's not like
I
you
can't
shoot him with it.
run away from him fast enough to avoid being on fire and dying.
I didn't do it on my first try.
Oh, there we go.
You want to take another crack? I mean, it's kind of a trick battle. Like if you hand it over, I'll probably beat it on the first try. So if you want to take a couple of cracks at it, it took me more than one shot.
I kind of like I was just literally going for, oh, we have to run.
Well,
So I
mostly
didn't-
it's about staying away from them. But yeah, if you get a chance to stop and check your map, you'll see that the landing zone is outside of any place you can reach easily right now, and that you're going to have to deal with a man on fire.
Well, hold on a second.
So then you want to sort of run around your surroundings and think about what you can do. You could try conventional attacks.
Yes, let's use the Fockle. We were just talking about the Tiny Toons. Let's at least head in this direction.
An old reservoir. Boss, think back to Cyprus. He avoided water.
I don't think I even have that clue. That is not actually how I did it. Oh, although it didn't work. I think you needed to do that while he was closer. I didn't do that. Oh, there's another water tower up there. You're actually smarter than I am, Bobo. I figured out another way to do it, but I mean, I knew that it was about water.
He's near there now.
Yep.
Now's the time to get on the chopper.
Where's the chopper?
Extract him. Check the map.
Where?
Maybe call it. Maybe you need to call it.
Please select a landing
Your
zone.
bullets aren't hitting him.
Support helicopter requested.
Yeah, try to extract him.
Really?
I didn't think of it. Now I'm like curious, but I'm sure you can't actually do it.
Well then let's
Damn, what is this guy?
also.
This is Pequod. Arriving shortly at LZ.
So Bobo actually did a smarter way than I did. You notice how there was that small kind of like still water pool?
Yeah.
I drew him over there and then like shot him
Knocked
with stuff
him
to make him lose his balance. He would appear to be back up. Okay,
The chopper is defenseless while it's coming in the land. You need to stop him before you call it in.
you know what? Continue at last checkpoint because we lost a lot of bucks for that.
Okay.
Yeah, just, you know, let's not lose all that money. Not to mention Pequod, who is immortal in this game, but still, you feel bad.
Yeah.
No, you did it smarter than I did, but yeah, my idea, hey, go see if you can extract them.
The tunnel's blocked. Boss, I know it's risky. I'm changing the LZ closer to your position. First stop him, then call in the chopper.
But yeah, with me, it was weird. He just kind of like stumbled and fell into the water when I was like luring him around over there and shooting him with stuff.
The water supply.
Water supplies. It exists. Why don't you have a water rifle that you can use?
Yeah, don't you have a super soaker? He's walking away. Come on, man.
Come on, boy.
Does he have to spot me?
Well, I mean, if you really want to control its movements, probably. So there's obviously risks inherent in that. Get another one of these sweet shoes. He doesn't seem to have noticed you stealing that thing. I think if you go long enough without him seeing you,
Wyatt, what are you doing?
Just trying to lure him, like Alinda. I think if you go long enough without him spotting you, eventually the little gas mask boy summons him towards you. Oh, there's a burning hell freak
Spotted you. He's coming.
to take you away.
Oh,
Good
run.
shit, swam him. That's probably the time to.
Nope, he was a little far away.
We'll run towards that other one, the one that you got him with last time. Or maybe you can do the pool version.
Think back to Cyprus. He avoided water.
Yes, he sure did.
Like a chunky person who doesn't look good in a swimsuit. Oh, boss, don't bring out the Jeep until he's stunned. He'll destroy it. Well, she is trying.
Maybe that's why he said your bullets don't work.
Yeah, I think it is actually.
I wonder if this water area is a safe
This is your
zone.
chance. He's lost sight of you. See anything nearby you could use to stop him?
Yeah. Unfortunately, I blew it up.
Spawn another one.
He's caught sight of her.
Man on fire, not that smart, but doesn't really need to be that smart.
Damn. That'll only stop. He spotted you. He's coming.
Oh, good.
I want the man on fire to chase me.
Chase me, chase me. Where'd he go?
There he is.
Oh, hey. You're pretty close to this now.
Call the chopper.
Yeah. Chopper. Chopper.
Please select support helicopter requested.
That's for you.
The hell? Your bullets aren't hitting him. This is B-Quad. Arriving shortly.
One of the bonus objectives is to land a hit on the kid. I don't know how you're supposed to do it. It's appear that he's back up. Now run away. Head towards this pool. As long as he doesn't actually destroy the helicopter. I'd say continue from checkpointing in. It seems like that should be the way to do it, but I got him by using this pool.
Well,
But I mean, we just lost the chopper and all that money and heroism, so that's not over.
okay, here. I mean, you want to do it? Or
I can try.
I mean-
I don't know why what you're doing isn't working. It seemed when you did it, I was like, oh, that's what I should have tried.
maybe I should try and fold him. He was right there. I should have just folded him.
Tunnel's blocked. Boss, I know it's risky. I'm changing the LZ. He spotted you. He's coming.
Particularly.
The water supply.
Catch on fire, then use the water supply to save yourself.
No reservoir. Boss, think back to Cyprus. He avoided water. He absorbed the explosive. Just what is he made of?
I got him to fall into it though, because he will. He'll run around the outside of it. Every time I try to stop and focus on him. Well, there you go. There's your chance again.
Alright.
Snake,
I wasn't
talk to
in
me.
the pool. I
Snake,
just found a way to hit him with something that made him lose his balance. Don't equip the chicken head. I mean, it's something we should show off the chicken head at some point. It makes you look really silly, but it will screw up your mission.
Yeah. And honestly, up to now, we've been doing a fine job.
Of looking silly without it, though.
Ah,
There.
I wasn't sure if that's what you were going for, but
He spotted you. He's coming. The water supply. An old reservoir. Boss, think back to Cyprus. He avoided water.
think back to Cypress Hill.
oh, this guy's insane in the membrane.
I mean, obviously someplace nearby, but where? Oh, there is. In melee range. Good.
I don't think you're meant to CQC. Call the chopper.
Time to get on the chopper.
Unless you really are supposed to do something with him while he's stunned.
Please support helicopter.
Or do a chopper farther away. You have a 20% chance of pulling.
Wait, you want to extract him? Good idea. I want to know what he really is. Get on with it, boss.
100%. Wow.
Arriving shortly at LZ.
Okay, get away from there so he doesn't destroy the chopper, I guess.
What is this guy?
I'm now ashamed of my own cowardice that I didn't try to extract him before.
Support helicopter has arrived.
Jerk. What a jerk, picking on Pequod.
So maybe what you need to do is do that, and then call a helicopter that's on the other side of
Yeah,
the stage.
that's what I'm thinking. Because when I did knock him into that, I don't think I realized that there was a extraction point so close. I did end up
I'm
pushing
changing
away.
the LZ closer to your position. First stop him, then call in the chopper.
So we didn't get the kid extracted, huh?
No, the kid's dead.
Also, get a jeep, why not?
I like the fact that you tried to extract them and that Ocelot was down with it.
Like, yeah, let's figure out what this
Good
guy's
idea.
deal is.
This guy's kind of a freak, and I want to know what he's doing.
You can't unlock that kid, it's padlocked.
He spotted you. He's coming.
Right now, call the helicopter.
On the chopper.
Call it.
I'm getting to where it's
Reservoir. Boss, think back to Cyprus. He avoided
Please
water.
select a land support helicopter requested.
Not gonna do you any good if you're waiting for it up here. Now, if he does get back up, maybe you can.
Damn, what is this guy? This is Pequod. I'm stationed at LZ.
Get forward.
Okay. I don't know. It wasn't this hard. I mean, we haven't done what I did last time, which is actually make him fall into the pool. But it doesn't. I mean, you don't get to pick up his body and run with it, do you? You just had
Does
the
he
option.
like writhe around in the pool for a long? Like, does he get trapped in there?
Well, basically, he falls into it and he sort of disappears. The same way he did when he was under the constant spray of water. There was no like non-flaming corpse. He just kind of collapsed. Like that tank there might be full of water.
Boss, think back to Cyprus. He avoided water.
No, it's flammables.
Maybe that's what I did. I blew that up and knocked him into it. I don't remember exactly, except that it was like the second try. It wasn't as hard as it seemed. on camera here. Thing is, later in the game, there's something called a wormhole Fulton. I'm wondering if you can extract it from that. We could always switch to. I mean, you could get a different loadout.
Hey, buddy.
He spotted you. He's coming.
And I'll shoot the flammable thing.
Well, I'm gonna wait until he gets to this. I'm gonna wait till he gets close to it. No, shoot it.
The burning, the itching, tractor wicks. If this was Metal Gear Solid 3, you'd need so much ointment for this. For some kind of ultimate melee we'd never seen.
He's gonna give me a choke slam. He thought I was a train.
Let's run a train.
It's hard to stop it. We were finding out. Although this guy seems to be stopping us really easily.
Yeah, actually.
Closer to your position. First stop him, then call in the chopper.
Did he just kill Wyatt? No, but he did hit
Mannequin 2 on the
she
move.
went. Who acted decoys? You probably pop it, but you know, whatever. How do you make that go off? Oh, there it goes. What's it say?
Kept you waiting, huh? No, I think you're pretty good. He doesn't seem to care about any of them.
They're not active enough for his tastes.
You get it like that.
Please select a landing zone. Support helicopter requested.
I'll send a chopper. You'll shoot down the chopper if it lands now. Stop it before it arrives. He spotted you. That do it. Quick, now's the time to get on the chopper. This is decoy.
Wait,
That LZ. We'll stand by.
Support helicopter has arrived.
Your bullets aren't hitting him.
Stop shooting him.
Quick, equip the machine gun.
That'll give him more stuff to shoot at us. Kept you waiting, huh?
What is this guy? Damn. That'll only stop him temporarily.
Out of range, ass face.
Out of range ass face. That's my new character
Development
nickname.
requirements met.
Mission complete. I guess it all worked out in the end.
S minus. I mean, well, I meant S, so that was a really low letter, but in this game, that's actually really good.
That would be like, yeah.
Oh yeah, pretty good.
Be like a 3.5 GPA.
On balance, we made more than we lost. But we hear voices in our head. They counsel us. They understand.
They talk to us, huh? That's good. Oh, Shalashaska, I
And
guess.
Chobani.
Oh,
Well,
Chobani. It's
rock
like
and
that
roll
Yoda.
Martian, I guess.
So maybe the last you see of that one logo, huh?
Skullface.
Yep, hey, Skullface.
So he was in Africa.
Hey,
after
why
all.
isn't a Dairy Queen
Working
logo
behind the
behind all this
scenes,
stuff?
Even that man on fire at his beck and call.
Yeah, it's pretty
And
weird.
what the hell was going on at the Devil's house?
Sounded pretty
Earphones
neat.
embedded in people's throats, tapes playing voices,
It's kind of weird.
and those lumps on their chests. They look like the ones on the bodies at the oil field. The man on fire burned everything to the ground.
That's
We
steel.
were recording audio the whole time you were there.
It wasn't what was happening at the house, though. We were having a house party, making some music.
The Factory of the Dead. That sounds like a fun listen. Fire, grenade, ricochet, which I've never got to work. Command is now available for quiet.
Good. You captured it alive.
Apparently
more
there are
than
a lot of gerbils in the river.
You captured alive. More than I could say for that poor kid you were sent to rescue.
And man on fire.
Black Mamba. Oh, four-toed hedgehog.
Got one toe on each foot.
Hey, it's the
Vampire
vampire.
bat.
It's the vampire Bert.
You know, I guess I have preconceptions about vampires based on movies and the fact that they're supposed to originally come from Transylvania, but I wouldn't expected the vampire bat to be a black guy speaking Afrikaans. Saying,
Well, it's Blackula.
well, unless it's Blackula.
Death
There's
Roach.
Death Roach. Titanium Dragon.
Hey, he makes
You
some
watch
machine guns.
way
Nice.
too much anime.
He's a machine gun kid.
Vile Iguana. Mad
And he's a
Bison.
poster, but he still is a good
Yeah.
combat guy and
Not bad.
comms spy
I
dude.
think it raises their skills by like 1 or 2 at most. It's not like it takes it from E to S plus or whatever.
Yeah.
Green tree frog. Someday we might have to feast on you, buddy. So beware.
Wow.
I mean, you know, if it gets to that
Hammered
point.
sickle in that eye. Beware.
Poker buzzard. We gotta
And okay, there are a couple of guys that we just captured to get out of the way.
Feed to the man on fire.
We gotta find a way to keep the man on fire busy. Quick, start throwing sea-level soldiers at him. So this video is going a little long, but I figure we'll get to the next point where we actually have a choice about what to do and say, and then call it a video.
Yeah.
Which should be pretty soon.
Well, unless
This
you
game
wanna,
likes to
unless
give
you
you-
want to do it here, we do have a stopping point.
We could do it here. And this game tends to give you cassette tapes to optionally listen to explain what the hell just happened in the story.
Yeah.
But we'll go ahead and call it a video here. So, folks, I'm the Serious JG.
I'm Bobo the Vulture.
And when we come back, we will not have earbuds embedded in our throats. I hope.
God, I hope so.
Bye for now.
Bye.